think the silicon dioxide is just for, oh my god, it says best before 2016. Hello everyone, my name is Lisa and I'm the Viet Vegan because I'm Vietnam vegan, and today we're not making a Vietnamese recipe, we're making possibly the whitest recipe I've ever made, which is casserole. Eddie grew up eating tuna casserole a lot as a kid, and he was talking about like the nostalgia of it and how he kind of missed eating tuna casserole, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna veganize that. I have tested it once and I didn't really measure it when I tested it, so I have like general measurements this time, and I'm gonna try making it for the second time because the first time was super dope, but there are some tweaks that I wanted to make. So that's what's gonna happen today. We're gonna make some tuna casserole, and a bunch of you guys were asking me what to do with chickpeas. I have some chickpeas here that I've actually cooked from dried beans. So I usually soak them with like a ton of salt, soak them overnight or soak for like 24 hours, rinse, drain, and then I cook in the Instant Pot for about 8 minutes under high pressure. So this is about 2 cups of chickpeas that I flaked with a fork. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just kind of wanted that like flaky tuna sort of situation. So we also have, in terms of veggies, we have some onion, we have some green peas, these are frozen, and some celery. If you don't want to use celery, you can also use like shredded cabbage. The main thing with tuna casserole is noodles, tuna, and some sort of creamy sauce and a crusty top. I've seen some people do like a chip top. Do we have any chips left? Did we eat them all?
What kind of chips?
Like plain salted chips.
We just have Pringles?
Just Pringles.
I don't know if I want to do that. I would rather use saltines if I want to do something like that.
You want saltines, eh? Would you rather saltines or the same crust that we had yesterday?
I mean, we could go full white. And...
Do saltines?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do saltines. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The original version that I made was in like a smaller casserole dish, so it would like feed 4. So it was like, actually, it was a casserole dish that was this big, but it was pretty deep, and Eddie wanted more surface area that was crispy, crunchy, whatever. So I've increased a lot of the measurements, also just because I wanted to use the rest of the bow ties. Casseroles are pretty fast and loose. If you have made a casserole before, which I haven't, aside from the one that I tested yesterday, they're basically like a dump, use up whatever leftovers you have in your fridge type meal. So this is like a really easy gravy, pasta, delicious meal that's not quite mac and cheese, but is like basically mac and cheese that's baked. We're gonna cook some noodles al dente because we're gonna continue baking them in the oven. We got a pot of water going. I'm gonna salt it generously. And then over here, I'm gonna make the roux. So typically the casseroles that I knew people making, they would use like a can of soup. So kind of like cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, cream of celery, I don't know, one of those. Obviously those aren't vegan, so we're gonna make a vegan version of those using a roux. So a roux, I feel like I've talked about on my channel a ton of times before, is like an emulsified butter flour situation that makes your gravy thick. So you can use vegan butter, which I'm gonna use here. This is about 3 tablespoons or 2.5 tablespoons. I don't know, it's not super measured, but like you can use more, you can use less. I like using more because I have problems. And then a 1/4 cup of flour. If you don't have flour, you can use cornstarch, tapioca starch, anything that would like make it creamy and thick. I don't know. So we're gonna start with our roux. I need some like good medium spatulas. I don't have like, heck it, I'm just gonna use my favorite spatula every time. We're gonna put that in there, and that's gonna melt down. And we're just gonna go ahead and add the onions. Oniones. I'm gonna preheat this to 375. To achieve the fishy flavor, I'm going to use some nori. I think I might add also a little bit of Old Bay just to add a little seafoody flavor. If you don't have Old Bay, that's fine. Just use garlic salt, garlic powder, onion powder. So we're just gonna cook up these onions until they start going a little translucent. I'm actually going to add also the celery. Yeah, because I don't want hard celery. Casseroles use whatever noodles that you have on hand. It's like literally like a clean out your fridge type meal, right? So I wanted bow ties because I feel like it goes well with like a creamy gravy sauce, but you can use those like broad egg noodles, obviously the vegan ones. I haven't really been able to find that many, and also I didn't have them. Eddie said that he grew up using spaghetti. I've seen people use macaroni noodles. I've seen people use penne. You can break up like linguine noodles or fettuccine noodles. Those would be really good. Whatever you have, okay? We're gonna add some garlic. This is like 2 cloves of garlic, not a ton. Add more, add less, whatever you feel like. Normally I'd add like 6 cloves, but you know what? Don't feel like it today. Store that until you can smell that garlic. Ooh, she smells good. All right, next you're going to add the flour. This is a 1/4 cup. You want that thick, saucy situation, okay? If you find it sticking, no problem. Add some water. Oh yeah, she getting thick and gravy-like already. That's what I like to see. We're gonna add the rest of that water. I'm also gonna add about a spoonful of mushroom broth powder. If you have vegetable broth, just use that. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. Actually, no, I'm gonna add a tablespoon. Our water is boiling. We're gonna add the noodles. Noodles. Stir that so it doesn't stick. And then you stir your roux situation, because that's gonna start cooking up. Break up that flour, you know. I'm gonna add the cheese. So this is a cup of Daiya cheese. You can use whatever vegan cheese you like. So you can use cheddar, you can use mozzarella. I just have mozzarella cheese. This is actually the new stuff we made with chickpeas. It's a full chickpea dish today, you know? And I'm kind of debating adding this to the sauce or to the chickpeas. What do you think? Will it get too soggy in the sauce? I mean, it'll get soggy anyway, right? Let's just test a little bit, we'll see. What do you look like when you get added in? I mean, she's not the cutest, but yeah, because that way it infuses more of that fishy flavor in. So I'm gonna add the nori to the roux. Yeah. Wow, it already looks like super creamy and cheesy. But just wait, we're gonna add more. So once that cheese has started to like fully melt in, then I would add the soy milk. Because you just want to give the cheese a chance to like melt and be a part of the team, you know? Make sure it don't stick to the bottom. All right, so the cheese is starting to melt there. So I'm gonna add the milk, which is some soy milk. And you stir it all together. Oh, I forgot one thing. We want some nooch in there. So I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of nooch because I like that noochy cheesy flavor. I meant to measure that by weight, but I forgot to, so that's fine. Oh yeah, Old Bay. So we're at, let's say, a teaspoon of Old Bay. Teaspoon? Because what's in Old Bay? Old Bay is salt, mustard, red pepper. It says salt, spices, and silicon dioxide. I think the silicon dioxide is just for, oh my god, it says best before 2016. I mean, it's fine, it's just salt. I need to like stop being so precious with my spices.
Yeah, just fucking use them.
Yeah, I really should just use them. It's in there now. Oh, this sauce looks like it's gonna be luscious. Let's give it a taste just to see where we're at, you know, for flavor. That is a little salty and a little fishy. It's not very tuna-y, but you know what? That's fine. No big deal. Also, the seaweed will like infuse the rest of the dish as it cooks as well, so these noodles are probably pretty good. So I have some frozen peas here. I'm just gonna defrost them in with the pasta. And stir that all together. That sauce is ready. These noodles are ready. We're gonna pour them out. If you wanted to make the sauce even more luscious, you could use pasta water instead of tap water. Woohoo! The chickpeas. This is the main proponent of protein. We're using a fork. I'm gonna use a spatula.
Brought to you by Stretch.
I knew you were gonna do that. Spread that out a little bit. This is already looking pretty good. Ooh. Goodness gracious. You stir that all in. You might be thinking that isn't a ridiculous amount of sauce, but it does get like thickened and absorbed into the noodles a little bit. And that is just dandy. Oh my god, that's like a perfect amount of food. If you're wondering how many people this serves, I don't know yet. We haven't eaten it yet. I would probably say 6 people. Or like 4 people with leftovers. Or 4 people with seconds. I don't really know how many crackers you want to use. You can use as many as you want. I would say we're gonna end up using like 20 crackers. Half a sleeve of saltines. Dancing while crushing saltines, absolutely necessary. Things got a little concentrated. You know what? We need more crackers. More crackers. So now that we got that, we're just gonna smush in the crackers into the top so it like gets really in there, you know. That is kind of ugly. So now we bake this in the oven for about half an hour, and then we'll see what it looks like afterwards, shall we? I'm so excited. All right, and we're back, and we have our casserole. I kind of dug into it a little bit because I needed to take a picture. What do you serve casserole in? Like a dish? A bowl? This is like a big old bowl, a comfort food. Oh, I lost one. It does taste kind of tuna-y. Wow. I need to salt it. I forgot to salt it. You need to add like a half teaspoon of kosher salt in it. She bland. I always forget to do that while I'm cooking, but honestly, being able to like add salt after, just as delicious. I think I like the panko crust slightly better. I think Eddie's gonna appreciate the saltines. All in all, this is a very delicious meal. It's like pot pie, but like easier. Because you got lots of vegetables, you got some peas, you got some celery, you got some onion, and then you got your protein, which is tons of chickpeas, and there's protein in the pasta as well. It's a well-balanced meal, okay, I'm telling you. I just kind of want some wine with this. Is that weird? Is that a weird combo? Why do I want that? Okay, well, if you guys want the recipe, I'll leave the link down below. It'll be on thevietvegan.com. Be sure to follow me on Instagram because this is where this sort of situation happened, and so many of you wanted the recipe so badly that I decided to test it right away. Again, to post it for you. Comment down below if you grew up eating tuna casserole like Edward, and I hope you guys try this out. And if you do, tag me on Instagram, tag me on socials. I'm the Viet Vegan everywhere. Let me know down below. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. We're going to cook some noodles. We're gonna cook them al dente because they're gonna continue cooking. Ow. Huh, there's another pan in there. Oops. Like, it smells kind of like burning.
Yeah, the pan you had in there yesterday.
Yep. Your wife did a whoopsie. So simple yet delicious. I kind of regret that because the inside of my mouth is like super dry right now. Oh, excuse me.